So I have created the one basic project structure using Angular CLI. So if you are not aware how to create the project using Angular CLI, I will recommend you to watch my video to create Angular Hello World program. So I have created a basic one type of Hello World program and just given the name as COVID-19 tracking. Okay. So let me install Bootstrap in our project so that we can use in our application. So let's open this project in VS Code. Now use the integral terminal to install the Bootstrap. So to install the Bootstrap, we have the command npm install Bootstrap. Enter. So it will download all the files which are required for the Bootstrap. So it has installed the Bootstrap on your machine. If Bootstrap is installed successfully, so you will find the folder with the name Bootstrap in node underscore module. So here you will see all the dependencies for our Angular project. So in this folder you will find uh, Bootstrap. So somewhere I found, I think, yeah, it's a Bootstrap. So that means we have successfully installed this Bootstrap. Now uh, I will require this Bootstrap file. So once Bootstrap installed successfully, we have to add the entry of this bootstrap.css file in our angular.json file. So let me give the copy the relative path, and now open the file, control P, angular.json. In this file you will find the tag that is styles. It is the array of the style sheet. So just below this style.css we have to make the entry of for the bootstrap so that we can use in our project. So it will be the relative path, and here is the comma. So we have added the entry of the bootstrap in our angular.json. So again we will require the jQuery as well. So npm install jQuery. So jQuery also installed. So like we have the folder of the bootstrap, we must have the folder for the jQuery as well. Yeah, here is the folder jQuery. So within the dist we have the jQuery.js. So we have to make the entry of this JS file as well. So copy the relative path, open the angular.js, and here inside the script just make the entry of the jQuery and make it in a format which supports by the TypeScript. Yes, like we have added the CSS, we have to add the bootstrap.js also here. Here is the JS and bootstrap.js. If you are not sure about the path, just open this bootstrap.js file. Control P. Sorry, this is the bootstrap.css. Go outside, go inside the folder JS, and here you will find the bootstrap.js. So we have done with the entry for the bootstrap and CSS as well. So now let's run our program. Eng serve. It's compiled successfully. So let's open the browser and hit the URL localhost colon 4200. Yes, we got the output for our project. So this is the page comes with the Angular 9. So whenever you install and create the basic project structure using Angular CLI, this is the landing page. It's given by the Angular only. So I don't need this page, so I will remove this all code and simply write the code hello. Let's open the file app.component.html. Remove this all code except the last line, which is for the router outlet. And here I will write simply welcome to app. Yes, we got the output welcome to app. Means we have successfully created our application. Now let's check whether our bootstrap is working or not. So let's create one button. So I have created the button and apply the class btn primary. This is the classes from bootstrap. So let's check on a UI. So here we get the button and with the CSS of the btn primary class, means we have successfully installed the bootstrap as well. So guys, we have installed the bootstrap and jQuery in our project and also verified it. So after the so at the end of the video, this will be our final goal, right? So what I have done, I have divided this whole page into three sections, main three sections. This will be the header, then body, and this will be the footer. In header section, we will have the logo and this menu icons, menu. Then second, in body, we will have this summary for the COVID-19 cases, and at the bottom we will have the footer. So what I will do, I will create the three different component for each this section. So I will have this header component, I will have this summary component, and I will have one footer component. This component I will have. Then what I will do, I will use this all three component in app component, so that this we will get this whole page, right? Then I have this 3 4 navigation also, home, symptoms, data, about us. So what I will do, after clicking on symptom, it will navigate to symptom page where we will display the COVID-19 symptoms. Then we will have the data section where we will display the all the endpoints from where we fetching the data, and we will have the about us, means whatever the our information we will display. So what I will do, I will create the four different component for home, symptom, data and about us pages also. So total we will have this 3 plus 4 means 7 component we will have at the end. So guys, we can create the component using Angular CLI. So let's create this 7 component at start only. So what is the command? Ng generate C for component. I will create the component header, then enter. Then we will have the command ng generate component footer, enter. Likewise, I have to create this 7 component. So guys, I have created this 7 component. So let me show you. Inside the app folder, I have created this 7 component: about us, then country wise summary, then data collection, footer, header, summary and symptoms. I will not require this country wise summary, this is extra created. So let's create one by one. So first of all, I will create header component. So in header we will have the logo and action and navigation menu. So we are going to use Bootstrap. So if you don't have idea how to create the navigation bar in Bootstrap, you can simply search on Google or go to the Bootstrap site. Here you will get the direct code for the creating navigation bar. So just copy and paste in our header component. So what I will show you. So I have already created this code, I will explain you. So here this is the code from Bootstrap only. In Bootstrap we create the navigation bar using the nav tag. So this is the main nav tag. After that I have created the one image tag because it's nothing but our logo, right? Then after that I have created this toggle button. I will explain you what is mean by toggle button. Then after that I have created our menu icons by using a list, that is unordered list for the navigation purposes. So these are the four options: home, symptoms, data and about us. I have added the router link for the routing purpose because we have to navigate to different components for the particular menu, right? So I have added the router link. So after click on home, it will navigate to slash home, and for slash home we have to call the particular component, right? So for this I have also added this routing in our app.module.ts file. Open app-routing module.ts. So here I have declared this array of routes. So here I have given the path for home, symptoms, about us and data collection, and also given the what is the particular component will get calls for this particular URL. Hope so guys you are clear till. So guys, if you are getting what I am doing, please like and subscribe to this video, please. Now let's go to back our header component. So as I explained at the starting of the video, we are going to create our responsive website, right? So even on this mobile we will get the proper UI for this website, right? So this is the our desktop site. If you minimize our browser size, this navigation bar will be replaced by this three bar icon which is mobile friendly menu icon, right? After click on this, it will display this menu, right? To achieve this in our bootstrap, we have to use the toggle. So for that, what I have done here, you can find I have added this button, right? And given the name as class as navbar hyphen toggle. Then assign the data toggle is equal to collapse, right? And now third one is data target. So I will explain what is this data target. So whatever the id you will specify here will be the id when this particular id component will get hide, this button should be display, right? So means when we hide or collapse this navigation bar, that time only this three row button should be display, right? So that's why we have to specify the data target. I have specified as a now var toggle demo02. So here you can find I have given this id to the this navigation bar. What I have done, I have created this ul, right? Then it is surrounded by one div and I have given the id to that div, means this total menu home symptom data and about us will be within this particular div which has the id now bar toggle demo 2. So once this navigation 4 option get collapse, when we minimize the screen, that means that navigation bar will be collapsed, that time this button should be display, right? That's why we called as the data toggle. And I have given this button icon as navbar toggler icon. This is from bootstrap only. So this will display our three row menu icon, that is this icon, right? Hope so guys you are clear till, right? So now we have done with our header section, right? Now we have to code for our main body, that is summary section, right? So what I will do, I have to display this all data within a grid format. This is nothing but our grid, right? This is one grid, then second grid, third grid, fourth grid, fifth and sixth grid. For that I have used the bootstrap grid system, right? So in bootstrap whole system, whole screen, laptop screen or whole device on which you want to display your website, it's got divided into 12 parts, right? So whole screen is divided into 12 parts. Then if you want, suppose this on the first line, what I want to display this three panel or these three grids, right? 1 2 and 3. So this will be the one single row and this single row will be divided into 12 parts. So what I will do, I will take this one as 3 part, then again 3 part and then again 3 part, right? And in between them I will divide as a one part, and at the rate of, at the starting I have given the one blank part, means this will be the total 12 part. So I will explain you. If you are not aware about what is the how this screen is divided in the bootstrap, so just go to the bootstrap website and you will find that. So I will explain you. Now open our summary component. In summary component in HTML, here I will explain one by one. So this is the one row you can find, and this row is closed here. So this is the first row, right? So in first row, what I have given? I have given this our search box and search button, right? So I have divided into three columns. First one is the three columns, then second one is of six column, and third one will be the of three. Means total will be the 12. First and third will be the blank. Only I will have the data in second column, that is of width 6. So this I have in say so in this second one column I have created this input box and I have the one button. Now below this again I have divided this into grid system. Here you can find this is the row, first row, this closed at here. So in this first row I have first column of 1, that is blank, then second of 2 length, then third I have second one is, then third of 2 length, it's blank, then again 2 length of 2, then again 2 length of 2 is blank, and again length of 2, right? Means what I have done, in between these three I have given the blank of 2, means and in this one of each one of its of 2 length, means 2 2 2, that is 6, then in between these two, that is 4, 6 plus 4 10, and one from starting and one from end, that is 12. That's how I have divided the screen into 12 parts. In this column I have created two row. First row which will display the digit, and second row will display the name, that is this first row will be the count and second row will be the this name of this count. This then second here also first will display the count and second will be the name of this count, right? So guys, likewise I have created these 6 blocks to display this summary, right? Now the main question, we have to fetch this data, right? So first we have to fetch this data, right? So let's open the component.ts file. So in component.ts file, that is summary component, I have injected one service. So guys, we have to call our REST web endpoints, right? That is given by Google, Yahoo, or any third party vendors REST endpoints, right? So first we when we want to call another REST web service that is outside of this application, we have to create service first. So let's create the service first. How to create the service? By using Angular CLI, ng g, then yes, and then service name, ng g yes, then data fetcher, that is data fetcher service. By using this command we will generate the service, right? So guys, I have created the service for the data fetching. So I will show you. I have created this data fetcher service. So here I will call our REST endpoints, right? So to call the REST endpoints we need to use HTTP client. So first of all we have to inject our HTTP client by using a constructor. So here I have injected HTTP client. Okay, so guys, whenever you inject the HTTP client, you have to import HTTP client module in app.module.ts. So I will show you. So here in app.module.ts I have added the HTTP client module. Whenever we want to use the HTTP client, we must include the HTTP client module. Then now I will create one method which will call our REST endpoints and will fetch the data. So here I have created one method fetch global summary. Inside that, by using this HTTP, I have called the get method because we are getting the data, not posting the data, right? So it's a get method. Then inside that, given the URL of your REST endpoint. So guys, here you can give any REST point and you can provide here any REST endpoint whichever you want to implement in our website, right? So it might happen when you are doing this REST endpoints is not in a working state, right? That time what you can do, you can search on the internet for the COVID-19 REST endpoints and simply replace this URL with this new vendors REST endpoints, right? So now for this URL I am getting the response in the form of country, right? So I will show you. So let's open our summary.component.ts. So now here I have injected this service. So what I want, on the startup of the page only, while on loading, I want to fetch the data from this REST endpoint and want to render on my UI. So in ng on it I will write all this logic. Now I have already the instance of this service with me. So using this instance I am calling the whatever the newly method I have created. Now these methods return the response in the form of observable. We have to, if you have to use this response, you have to subscribe it. So I have explained how to subscribe in my one of the video. You can watch this video as well. To subscribe you have to just write dot subscribe, and within this we have the two parameters, that is data and error. If everything went well and we received the response, we will get in a data block, and if any exception occurred while fetching this data, then we will receive the whatever the response in the error block. So hope everything is went fine and we receive the data properly, so that we will get this data in our data block. Now as I earlier said, this response is getting in the form of country, right? So this response has two parts, one is the global summary and one is country wise. So global content is all this data like newly recovered cases, then total recovered cases, then total death or total new deaths, that will data will be in the summary object, that is global. And second one is country, so whatever the data I am displaying in the table format will be the inside data dot countries, right? So what I have to do, whatever the data JSON is coming, we have to map to our local Pojo classes like what we have in a Java. For that we have to create same classes in Angular as well. So guys, I have created two Pojo classes, that is country and countries. So I will show you. So how to create these classes? Just simply ng generate class and after that class name. ng generate class, then class name. So I have created these two classes, that is country. One is the countries and second one is country. So in country, I have this all field, country code, then new confirm cases, total confirm cases, new dates, new recovered, total recovered, and date. So this is the response coming in form from REST endpoints, right? And first one is countries. So here I am receiving is a array of country. Whatever the country I have created will be this array of this country. Hope so guys, you are clear. Now just simply open this summary component. What I have done, I have created one variable, that is summary object, that is our global summary object. This is also I have newly created class. I forgot to explain. Yes. So this is the global summary class where I have this field, new confirm, total confirm, new dates, total dates, newly recovered, and total recovered. So this is for the global summary. Whatever the 6 block we are displaying on a screen, we'll use this value. So here, if you received the data properly, then what I am doing, I am fetching the global, that is one of the response from data, and will assign to local summary object. That will be the global summary, that is new 6 blocks whatever you want to display, and this data dot countries will return the array which we will display on a screen like in a tabular format, right? So guys, now we have these two fields with us, that is global summary object and one is country list. So now I have to display on the UI. So guys, we have ready our data. Now the thing is remaining, we have to display on our UI. So first let's display these 6 blocks, that is new confirm, newly recovered, and new death cases, and after that total cases. That is, we have to display these 6 blocks. So we have already data with us. Now we have to just remaining is we have to render it. So here you can find we have already created the 6 right blocks. Now just the thing is remaining, we have to display. So here I have display by using a interpolation. So this is the summary object, this is the local variable in summary, right? Summary dot component dot ts, and this object contain the new confirm. So I have surrounded by the double curly bracket, that is the our interpolation. If you are not aware what is interpolation, you can watch my video on my channel for the interpolation, right? And in second row I have given the name as a new confirmed cases. Likewise I have displayed this new recovered and new recovered cases, summary object dot new recovered then summary object of new dates and new date cases. So I have displayed this all 6 blocks here, right, by using a summary object. Now the second thing is remaining, we have to display this table as well, right? So we have data with us, simply this rendering is remaining, right? So I have used the table from the bootstrap. So we have used the table from bootstrap. You can find these are the headers for country, new confirm, total confirm, new dates. These are the headers for our table. Now the data we have in our variable called as a country list, because we have created the new variable, local variable, if you remember, that is country list, right? And we have assigned this country's data to country list, right? So here we have also created the, we have used the same variable country list. Now this is the array list, we have to iterate it. So to iterate in Angular, we have the directories called as star ng for. We have to give the local variable name for each iteration. So we have written as let country of country list. So each record will be considered as a country, right? I will explain what is this pipe filter, right? And after that I have iterate this tr for all the entries contained in a country list. Near about 246 country list, 246 country record will be in a country list. So for each record we have to display country, new confirmed cases, total confirmed cases, total dates and date. So similarly we have to use interpolation here also. So I have given the country dot country, country dot new confirm, country dot total confirm. Likewise I have display this all data in a column and iterate this tr for all records in country list array. That will display our table and will display this all our records in a table. So guys, I have used some color naming convention for this, right? For these confirmed cases I have used the orange, this for that it's a danger, that is red, and for recovered, that is green, success, right? So you can use the bootstrap color like BG warning, BG danger and BG success, that will display your column in a particular color. So that's like we have created our table as well. So guys, we have done with the footer, we have done with our table, right? And we have also done with the our summary object creation. Now as I earlier explained, I have created one search text box, right? Whatever the user will type in this search text box will reflect the data according to. Suppose here I have given the name of America. So the record of America will be displayed here and whatever the count will be displayed here. Suppose I have used the IND, but it may happen IND may be contained in 3-4 countries name like India, Indonesia. Likewise, we have 4 countries which contains the IND in their spelling. So that this 4 countries record will be displayed here and this 4 countries summation will be displayed here. So that's what I want. For that I have created one this text box and given the name as search field value, and I have used the two-way binding. Here you can find I have given the ng model is equal to search field, means I have used the two-way binding. Search field is nothing but the variable in our summary component.ts file. Here you can find search field which has a initial value as a blank, right? Now then on blur I will explain you blur later. First check what is happening on a filter because I want to apply the filter. Now where we have displayed the list I have applied the pipe, right, called as a filter, and this is argument filter colon search field. So whatever user will type in a search box will get here, right? And this will be the input for our filter. This filter will filter our list, whatever the matching records will be displayed below here only. For that we have to create our own filter, that is pipe filter. So let's create our pipe by adding component by using a command ng generate p ng g p and name. So I have created the filter pipe, that is filter. So that is the filter I have created. So here you can find we have the transform method which will have the input as the value is nothing but the total data list, total 260 countries list, and field value nothing but whatever the user will type in this text box. Now once we got this text box value, first we will check whether it is a blank. If it is a blank, then display whole list as it is. If it is not blank, then just iterate for all the array list and check whatever the country's value equal to the whatever the user has been entered in a text box, and whatever the matching records will push in our constant array, whatever the array constant array we have declared, add in this array whatever the matching record. And once this iteration is done, we got all the matching record, just return that matching records array. Once we return this matching record array, will render on UI. So once the response written by this filter, then that response will be rendered here. So hope so guys you are clear whatever I have done. Please like and subscribe. Now we have done with the header, footer, right? No, sorry, header, body and footer is remaining. Footer is the simple thing, you can do it at your own. Then what I want to use this all three components at one place, that is in app component. So to do this, let's open our app.component.html file. So here you can find, here I have used the app header, that is selector of header component, and this will be our footer, right? Now here you can find in the middle of the body I have used the router outlet. So whatever the URL you will hit, header and footer will be the common for each. So whatever the page you want to display for particular URL will be rendered in between only. So for home page we are displaying the summary. That's why we have the header, summary and footer. For about us, header, about us, footer. Likewise we will display all pages as well. So guys, I have explained whatever thing is possible to explain in video, I have explained it. Hope so guys you are cleared and you also create your own app using the Angular 9 and Spring Bootstrap. So guys, if you want the code of this project whatever I have created, so please subscribe to my channel and comment your email ID below this video. I will email you the GitHub repository URL for this particular project. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.